Hello everyone and welcome once again to channel Simple to the Manager. So, what could be the topic for the day? So, let me share two stories with you. First one, I hope you all remember Rusi Modi, the CMD of Tata Steels. What happened? One day he was walking around his plant and there come one of the employee. He recognized, he called him and offered him best wishes, congratulated him on the wedding of his daughter. Are you getting the point here? CMD of Tata Steel congratulating an employee of the factory on the occasion of his daughter's marriage. So that level of connect, that level of relationship he had with his team. Another example, although somehow another one is also coming from the Tatas. So we all remember the Taj Hotel tragedy, 2611. We all remember, we all know that there were how many employees of the hotel were there. And you know, one of the things that each one of them was aware of all the escape routes, but none of them fled. In fact, 11 people of Taj Hotel laid down their lives to save all the guests. What is common in these two examples? They had the trust of their employer. They had the connect, they had the relationship with their organization. And that is the topic for today. How to build a trust and relationship within your teams. So let's start with the foundation, trust. So what is trust? Trust is unwavering confidence of your team on your ability, on your integrity, on your availability. So when you are transparent, when you are available to them, when you are following the integrity, you are going to win the trust of your team. That is how now you are starting a journey with your new team, your new leader, and that is the first and foremost thing that you get the trust of your team and build a strong relationship with your team. So, as a foundation, we talked that you need to have a trust, win the trust of your team. So, these are the bare minimum things that you have to do. You need to build a transparency into your actions. You need to have an open communication. You need to have the consistency in your actions. So all these are required to build that trust. So whatever you are doing, that has to be for each and every one. So that is the one we are talking about, trust. So if you won the trust, then what will come into this to get into that trust is relationship. So you need to know your team. You need to know them personally and professionally. You need to understand them. So one thing nowadays we a lot of talk about empathy. Now earlier we used to have sympathy. That is being replaced by empathy. So just an example. Something happened bad with your team member. So if you feel sorry, that is sympathy. But you understand his situation, that is empathy. But you feel how bravely he faced that situation. You are respecting. That is important. Now you need to take that relationship to the next level. It's not that you are sympathizing, you are empathetic, and you are respecting that situation, your team member. If you are able to build that, you are able to win the relationships with your team members. And once you have this relationship and trust, then you are going to have the best team. You are going to the best leader, and that's what they expect for them. You are the organization. No, there are so many leaders across the organization, is so big. There would be a different policies. Everything would be different, but for them, you are the face of the organization. For them, you are everything. If you are able to respond to them in timely manner, they are going to trust you. In a right manner, they are going to trust you. They are going to respect you. You are able to build that relationship. What could be the challenge in building trust and relationship? I foresee only one thing, that is ego. If there are no egos, if we are having a oneness within a team, then you are easily win this. You have to take the feedback from the team as well. You do not have to have any ego that okay, these are team members, I am a supervisor or I am a team manager, so what they are going to teach me? But they are actually your teachers. They are your mentors. They are giving the situations. You have to understand those. You have to take those feedbacks, how to react or how to manage those things. They are the best teachers of yours. So you need to create an environment where there is an open communication, transparency. So what could be the benefits of having this trust and relationship? One would be definitely an effective team that you are going to have, efficient team that you are going to have. Performance would be better. Another thing could be at times we get into a manipulative situations. We try to manipulate things. And that's what I have talked about. That need to have a trust and relationship, consistency on our actions. So cannot, if a manager is trying to manipulate things, then definitely he is not going to win any kind of trust or relationship with the team. All of us know that today we are into a dynamic environment. Things get changed pretty quickly. Now, if you do not have a trust or relationship with your team, you won't be able to convince them to upcoming changes. If they trust you, so whatever the changes that are going to come, and you are confident of those changes, they are going to trust you. They are going to be with you. They know that their leader is with them. So whatever the situation is going to come, if there are challenges, you are there to support them. You are there to guide them. You are their mentor. So from that aspect, in this dynamic environment, that is very important that we hold the trust of team. Then they will follow you. And through this, when team is collaborative, team is working together, definitely those team, each member is going to get the growth within the team. That is the best thing I have ever seen in the teams which have worked together, where they have a trust of their manager. Those team I have seen grown. Each member of those team I have seen growing. So remember, so that is the foremost thing, that is the most important thing I can tell you, that when you are going to start your career, that you have to have a relationship and trust with your team. So keep on managing your teams, leading your teams with those two strong things. Thank you so much for watching this and would be looking forward for your feedback. Thank you once again.